Okay, dear friends, I'm back. In this video, I'm going to deal with the shellshock vulnerability with the Metasploit 2, which is so wonderful. And I have already spawned the machine earlier, and this is the IP address of the target. And I will use the Pentesting, which is online Pilot OS, to do this penetration. Of course, this Pilot OS is provided the Hackthebox, which makes some of my works to be much more convenient. Anyway, we can switch over to Hackthebox viewer. As you can see, I have already done the map scanning with options like a scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, and also very important option for this case is comprehensive scan or full range port scan. Otherwise, you will not recognize the uncommon port number. So, and also I use the T4 to speed up this scanning process. So, from the map scanning results shown over here, there are two open ports. The first one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the actual version information, which is Apache 2. But this site doesn't have a title. We will get there, okay, later. And then the second one is 222 or 42s, which is running SSH service and also the actual version information. As I mentioned at the very beginning, if you don't put the option of the -p-, you will not discover this port number, maybe. So now what we are going to do next is to make more enumeration for the 80 port number or the web application. We can open up our browser of Firefox on the Pilot OS, and we can make it bigger so you can see what's going on. And the IP address of the target, let's hit enter. Don't bug me. This is what we are going to do next. And then we can check the source code, but nothing special. Also, you can download this page to the local machine or the Pilot OS. But we cannot find anything suspicious. Okay? And next, we need to check whether this site has robots file. Robots file, in many cases, will reveal some sensitive information. I mean the directory or some other information. But in this case, not found the robots file, which is fine. Then what we are going to do next, we need to do some furthermore enumeration with different tools like Nicto. Also, we can use the Q to do the simple enumeration first. As you can see, we got the header, and this is the response header, and this is the response body, and this is the, I think, nothing special here. Next, we can use Nicto. Nicto is one of my favorite tools when I do the web application enumeration, because it can reveal some information about the web software, web application itself, and also some misconfigurations or some vulnerabilities or some common files or directories. Okay? Here, the Apache default file found, but this one is not so much of value from the perspective of penetration. Anyway, it's done. Next, we can use the tool like a Dear Buster to do the immersion. Let's hit enter. Yeah, we got the directory CGI bin. You know, the CGI bin is common gateway interface. This one always needed to some entry of the exploitation. But we need to firstly enumerate the files under this directory. Then we can use the GoBuster, you know. GoBuster. CGI bin. And the word list, I'd like to use the GoBuster under the word list directory medium. And I'd like to specify the extension option like CGI, BAK, HTML, JS, TXT. Let's hit enter. Yeah, as you can see, immediately we got the file name, and we can interrupt, I think. And we sorry. Now we can go back to our browser, and now we can access this directory, and then its file under this directory. User. Maybe we can use we can hit enter. Yeah, download, and we can open it. So I think, yeah, this is the like some command run by the server or the target, and get the time, uptime, the how many users, the load average. So I think so far we can make a reasonable guess. Some shell script like a user shell script is executed on the backend or the target. So there will be the shellshock vulnerability, and we can use the Google search engine. You know, the shellshock, as the described in the wiki, the shellshock is a family of security bugs, and so what's the key point? Can cause bash to execute arbitrary commands and gain unauthorized access to many internet-facing services, such as web servers. So I think now we need to exploit this shellshock bug or vulnerability. And as I stated in my many videos, if you can follow along with me, the Metasploit is always the most preferable way to do such exploitation. If the Metasploit has the module, I mean related to the specific vulnerability, the Metasploit should be the first way or technique to try before we try something else. So let's do it. We can launch our Metasploit console and the quiet mode, because I want to speed up the process of loading and don't want so much redundant message. So we just wait for this console. Yeah, okay. Then we can search shellshock vulnerability. I think we can get what is the exploit. I think should be this one. Yeah, Apache mod CGI. And we can make a copy and paste in here. Next, of course, we can use the default payload, which is a Metapredator, and we can show options. And we need to set the local host to our local machine. Yeah, in this case, it's actually the online Pilot OS. The IP address of the attacking machine in a more correct term. And I'd like to set the local port number to 555. This is my favorite port number. And we need to set the remote host to the target. I think the IP address of the target is 56, yeah, which is correct. And we need to show options again to see we have already specified all required fields. Yeah, we need to, no. Don't forget to specify target URI. Set target URI. Target URI, and which is CGI bin, and user. And now we can run this module to see whether it's working or not. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Metapreter session open. We can go to the shell session or change to the shell session, and we can check Python 2 is there, not there. Python 3 is there, and we can import pty spawn. Okay, then we need to do some local immersion, right? And we can go to Shelly home directory, list the files under this home directory, and then we can get the user flag, without any issues here. So next objective for us is to elevate our privilege to root user, right? So how do we do it? The first thing we must check is sudo, right? Sudo. Yeah, we can run the command of a poll without providing the password of a root user. So I think now the the privilege escalation would be very straightforward and very simple. Of course, we need to get the help from the GTF Obins website. As I mentioned in other videos, this website, GTF Obins, is so great when we do the local privilege escalation. And here is the instruction how to run the command with the options to elevate our privilege. We can make a copy, right? And then we can go back to our terminal, and we can copy to the paste into the clipboard, and make a copy again from the clipboard, and we can sudo user bin poll, and we can paste in here, which is wonderful. We have already become the root user. Then we can navigate to root directory. Then we can retrieve or cat the content of the root flag. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And I think this machine is a bit simple or easy, but I hope I have already demonstrated the entire process to exploit this machine with the shellshock vulnerability. Okay, so that's it. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a good day.